Take it back to the spring, summer back in 98. That's the year that I started fucking rhyming, mate. As a youth I became a part of the crime rate, dreams and ambitions that we would all shine great. Never meant to do drugs, age 17 you have your first line, mate. You meet your bed, you remember your first time and date.
How did you kick off things in the rap game then? What got you into it?
I don't know, just listening to DMX, Nas, all that. Back in the day, yeah, in the bedroom, sitting off, smoking a weed, as you do.
How did you go from just listening to then start rapping yourself?
I was just going through a hard time, and then I just generally got into it. Didn't actually start recording until 2001.
Right,
but I started actually having a go in 98. So it's over a 3-year period, just messing around. House parties, things like that.
Yeah. And just like most other people, you said things that happen in your life, you start writing them down. So that's where your lyrics come from.
Yeah.
So what kind of things you've been putting on your EPs? So you've done quite a ton that's on your website at the moment, a lot of mixtapes. What's on there then?
It's just everything. It's more like a graphic diary than just music and nonsense lyrics. If you just actually sit there and actually listen to it, you can sort of keep up track of where I've been and what I've done.
Yeah.
And what I'm not doing anymore, that type of thing.
Right, right. So you can track your life over the years through the music then?
Yeah. So
what are you up to now then in terms of the gigs you've been doing and what you've got coming up?
Well, first I've just come back after I did actually retire, by the way. I stopped about 4 years ago.
Right.
And I was going to knock it on the head. And not last year, the year before, someone asked me to come in and just do one song. So I come in, did one song, and then the one song turned into another mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's been back on it since. Now obviously we're investing into an album.
Yeah.
And obviously it's going to be my last project.
I fade like the state of Kuwait in the 1990 reinstate. I'm trying, can't see it straight, no silver plate, my soul's crying, try and reevaluate, reincarnate, quit the drugs. Couple bottle rush in my pocket stocking up. Chilling with the wrong crowd, up, shutting up. I had an 8 milli police and Prince Italiano coughing stuff.
So what's the title of the album? You said it's available on iTunes.
Yeah, it's on iTunes. Yeah, it's on all digital formats. It's on hard copy. It's going to be an HMV. It's called An Only Child, because when I was growing up, I was an only child.
Right.
So obviously, Dad was never there. Never seen my dad. Mum was never there, and just sort of raised myself, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of heart in this album.
Yeah. It's all deep. It's just everything's deep. There's no nonsense at all. Every track. There's a single there with Shiani Elizabeth, who's got to the judges' houses on X Factor.
Oh right.
Yeah. She's really good, and that's called Pain in My Soul, and that's just about when I was living in a hostel, when my daughter died. And recently, my nan's just died. Love you, Nan. Right. So I was just talking about all that. So that's all in one song, though. So it's just a lot. It's just
a lot of pain. That's a lot of pain to get out there.
That's why it's called Pain in My Soul. So that's it. That's going to be a single on iTunes soon.
So what else is in there? Because obviously, you've had the downs. So what about the ups?
Do you know what? I think we're 6 or 7 tracks in. I don't think we've had any ups yet. I'm hoping to get one. We got a track on there, which is basically just talking about, being doing it for so long, and when you just keep smacking them out, and you're not getting anywhere, and it's just sort of talking about this is it now. This is it's time to put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
It's time to do it, and since then I've been actually doing it properly. If you want anything done, you've got to pay for it, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's costing a lot of money at the minute.
The words be the bullets and the verse be the clipping. Up this animation, up this transition. The man plan missing. I'm gonna make sure my daughter's wrist and hand glisten. Get the firewood, throw in the old chipping. Get my shit locked in, I'm cold pipping. Liverpool so dipping, Gambino pro hitting. Call me Gambit, throw the shit in, I'm soul sinning. Drop apocalypse regardless, your killers are harmless. Triggers and targets, figures the harmless.
So like you said before as well, nobody makes any money from this, especially at this stage. So what's driving you to keep going now? Especially you gave it up, you come back. What's keeping you going now?
Well, I actually set out to do this album, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted to do an album, and I just never done it. So we're coming back to do it this time properly. So that's the drive. And not just that, it's like, the way that you go to a church and like get a confession, and you go into the booth and you tell it
Yeah.
all out. Shit, when I get in the when I get a pen and paper in the studio, that's like what I'm just getting all the shit off my chest,
Yeah,
and then when it goes, I feel better about it.
it's a good process.
Yeah.
So what have you got behind you then with this album? Obviously you got some good names on there, some good sounds on there. Who's behind it then, production wise?
Production, the beats are amazing, if I'm going to be honest. You've got Jake Hirosh, I've got two of him. Jay Crowley. You got Hazard from USG. You got Ferrer Jones, who's with Sleepless Records. He does all work in Spain, but he's over in England at the minute, so I've got some beats off him as well. And Blue Beats from the other side of the water. Ellesmere Port. Yeah, so the beats are coming in from all over. I've got people sending me beats from New York and everywhere, so but it's just trying to get them to fit in with what we've already got.
Yeah.
Now I've actually written like 4 or 5 songs so far that I haven't even made the EP. It's not that they're not good songs, it's not they're not going with the vibe.
Right.
Because I tend to just like sort of sometimes write just whatever's coming out of me, you know what I mean? So if they're not actually fitting with the project, so I've just been given them to everyone, so I've got features with everyone at the minute.
Alright,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
there's a lot of your stuff out there at the moment.
Yeah.
So we're finding all this, and obviously so the album's out there on iTunes. When's that available?
It should be November. I'll be dropping it before the album to obviously create some sort of buzz, hopefully.
And you're gigging quite a lot. We know you're really busy at the moment. You've got quite a lot coming up. What about the summer?
Yeah, there's loads coming up at the minute. We got Ush Media gig on the 30th. Got gig on the 17th Saturday with UK Talent. Doing a set for Rosh's EP launch. Doing Leo's Casino in the summer. And these others there. If I forgot, I'm sorry, I'll be promoting them anyway. Oh, and we're doing The Rain on the 23rd as well. Yeah.
We're asking everyone else find you out there then, online.
www.royzyrothschild.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Royzy Rothschild, or just type Royzy up on YouTube. There's loads of videos, mixtapes, everything there, so just check that out.
Up this animation, up this transition, the man plan missing. I'm gonna make sure my daughter's wrist and hand glisten. Get the firewood, throw in the old chipping. Get my shit locked in, I'm cold pipping. Liverpool so dipping, Gambino pro hitting. Call me Gambit, throw the shit in, I'm soul sinning. Drop apocalypse regardless, your kids are harmless. Triggers and targets, figures to harness. See me on the street with muzzle guard like the guarders. Now I'm a father, big bad monster, go hit him harder. Watching my daughter, what if a border? It's my daughter's...